My name is Susie Lau, aka Susie Bubble, and I write the fashion blog Style Bubble. And I'm here in Hong Kong because I'm styling some windows for Crawford for their first ever Fashions Night Out in Hong Kong. I've actually only ever been to Fashions Night Out in New York. I've never experienced it in my hometown just purely because I've always been in New York very early on for fashion weeks. And obviously Fashions Night Out began in New York and it was an initiative by American Vogue. So it's basically like a crazy shopping bonanza. It's like shopping but with extra entertainments at the side. It's very, very hectic in New York. I feel like in other cities maybe it's a little bit more muted. I think Hong Kong style is, very much in that kind of general Asian genre, like it's sometimes a little bit Japanese influence, maybe they're a bit more susceptible to avant-garde clothes, so things like com and yoji are maybe a little bit more popular here than they are in the West. But in general, much like everywhere else, it's such a globalized state. I think Hong Kong fashion is very trend-driven. My style is pretty eclectic. It's very much about mixing different genres, just mixing up different styles so it doesn't look too cliched or too veering towards like one style or the other. And so for the mannequins that I've done for Crawford, they're pretty much reflective of like my style in general. I like to play with a lot of colour, a lot of mixed prints, a lot of different textures and layers, of course. And obviously for fall winter you get to do a lot more of that with layering and stuff. Kind of just played with like the fun comic strip motif on this Philip Lim jumper, and then matched it up with the oranges on the collar of the coat, the oranges in the scarf and the oranges in the skirt. And here it's a little bit more focused on, the focal point is the jacket. These are basically like my kind of signature shoes because you can walk in them and they look fun, they still have a sort of directional vibe to them. And yeah, I feel like there are a lot of these kind of, boyish, down-to-earth kind of shoes. So then for one of the mannequins I used this Kenzo box bag, which I think is a really kind of key shape for autumn winter. Really kind of small, square. There are a lot of small and square bags actually, which is a little bit impractical, but I think if you minimize like, I don't know what you're carrying, like credit card, keys, lip balm, I feel like fashion is can be quite prescriptive, and it's really more about having fun with it and trying different things out, and even if it goes a bit wrong, that's actually quite a good thing.